Welcome to The Remedy with Dr. Rani Whitfield, where medicine, music, literacy, and other hot topics meet. I'm your host, Dr. Rani, aka the Hip Hop Doc, and today we're diving into a sport that's sweeping the nation faster than a Beyonce tour and more surprising than your uncle's sudden love for kale chips. Yep, I'm talking about pickleball. This episode was inspired by the incredible ladies of Jack and Jill Incorporated, especially the amazing women of the Baton Rouge chapter, who recently hosted an event introducing our children to the game of pickleball. Watching those kids pick up paddles had me thinking, wait, do I play pickleball now? Let's get into it. If tennis, ping pong, and badminton had a baby, and that baby had some bounce, a plastic wiffle ball, and a small court, it'd be pickleball. The sport was born in 1965 on Bainbridge Island near Seattle, thanks to three dads, Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCallum, just trying to entertain their kids. They invented a game that now has millions of players, celebrity inventors like LeBron James and Tom Brady, and courts popping up faster than a Popeye's chicken sandwich in a pandemic. It's played with a paddle, not a racket. The court's about a quarter the size of a tennis court, and the net is lower. It's easy to learn, low impact, and most importantly, it is fun. Now listen, pickleball might not scream black culture the way spades, double dutch, or stepping does, but don't get it twisted. We're on the court. Shout out to the rising players like Tyra Hurricane Black, a standout on the Pro Pickleball Tour. People are starting to take notice, and organizations like the Black Pickleball Collective are building community and access for players of all ages. We may be late to the party, but once we arrive, we change the music, start a line dance, and leave with the trophy. Before we pedal up, we gotta acknowledge the roots. The book I'm reading now, Whirlwind, the godfather of black tennis, tells the powerful story of Richard Hudlin. And let me tell you, this brother was more than just a tennis coach. He was an educator, a mentor, and a visionary who used sports to push for social change. Hudlin was a St. Louis native who saw tennis as more than a game. It was a pathway to opportunity. Back when segregation locked black athletes out of the top courts and clubs, Hudlin built one in his very own backyard. That's right, he literally created space for greatness. On that court, he trained some of the most iconic players in the history of the sport, including Arthur Ashe, the first black man to win the U.S. Open and Wimbledon, and Althea Gibson, the first black woman to break the color barrier in international tennis. Hudlin also coached at Summer High School, the first high school for black students west of the Mississippi, and later at Washington University in St. Louis. His influence went beyond forehands and backhands. He taught the athletes discipline, dignity, and the power of excellence as protest. So when we talk about the rise of pickleball or black excellence in any sport, we gotta give flowers to people like Richard Hudlin, who laid the groundwork long before paddles were cool. Hudlin and other pioneers cracked open the doors so athletes like Serena and Venus could kick them down, and in doing so laid the cultural groundwork for our presence in any racket sport, including this little wiffle ball-powered phenomenon. Legacy matters, even when it's wrapped in a sport with a funny name. Now, let's be honest. Just because pickleball is fun doesn't mean it's injury-proof. As your favorite podcasting physician, I've got to give you the heads up on potential risk. Pickleball has become wildly popular with adults over 40, and that rise in popularity brings a few health concerns if you're not careful. The most common injuries: rotator cuff strains from those ambitious overhead swings, pickleball elbow, yes, that's a thing, like tennis elbow, but now with a more relatable name. Achilles tendon injuries, especially if you're sprinting like you're in the NBA Finals. Knee pain from those quick lateral moves on a small court. And of course, ankle sprains from sudden stops, starts, and thinking you're 25 again. So what's the remedy? You know I got you. If you want to keep enjoying the game and avoid spending the next few weeks on ice packs and taking ibuprofen, here are a few tips to keep you safe on the court. First, get in shape before you play. I know pickleball seems casual, but it's no joke. Quick lateral movements, sudden stops, and bursts of speed require solid conditioning. If your last workout was back in the 1990s, ease into it. Build your endurance and strengthen those joints before you start swinging. Secondly, warm up. Don't skip it. Start with dynamic stretches, leg swings, arm circles, some light jogging. Get that blood flowing and that body temperature up. Walking straight from your car to the court and going full speed is a recipe for injury. Third, wear the right shoes. This isn't the time for running shoes, walking shoes, or your favorite beat-up sneakers. Court shoes provide lateral support and grip, exactly what you need to protect those ankles and knees. Fourth, hydrate like you just ran a 10K. Pickleball might not seem intense, but you'll be sweating, especially in that southern heat. Dehydration can sneak up on you fast, so drink water before, during, and after you play. And finally, don't dive for the ball unless you've recently updated your health insurance. Seriously, no point risking a torn rotator cuff or busted knee over a point. Play smart, protect your body, and live to dink another day. Now, while we're on the subject of strong moves and even stronger women, this episode had me vibing to Ludacris and Nicki Minaj's My Chick Bad, a track that still goes hard. Nicki drops the line about Venus and Serena, and it took me straight back to the early 2000s when those sisters were dominating tennis courts with braids, beads, and unmatched black girl magic. It's wild how a song can bring up memories of culture, pride, and power. And here we are today, talking about pickleball and giving flowers to legends like Althea Gibson and the Hudlin legacy. The connection runs deep because no matter the sport, we've always brought excellence to the court. The beauty of pickleball, you don't need to be rich, retired, or recruited. All you need is a paddle, which costs about $40 to $70, a few balls, court shoes, and a local court, which could be at your rec center, church, or park. Check out beginner leagues, especially those popping up in urban and suburban spaces. And yes, Black folks are playing too. The more we show up, the more we grow the game. This isn't just a game, it's an outlet, a way to move, laugh, connect across generations. I've seen aunties spin serve, grandfathers trash talk, and kids like my son RJ die for balls with no fear. The joy is infectious. Pickleball brings movement, mental health, and connection. And when done right, it helps with sleep, stress, and longevity. That's right, this paddle game might just be part of your wellness routine. So here's what we know. Pickleball isn't just a fad, it is the fastest growing sport in the country. It's fun, it's affordable, and has legit health benefits. And guess what? Everybody's playing. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or a curious parent watching your kid clown around, this game might be your new move. This has been The Remedy with Dr. Rani Whitfield, where medicine, music, literacy, and other hot topics meet. As always, consult your physician before starting a new sport, especially if you haven't seen your ankles since 2003. That's it for today's episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you've learned something or just felt the vibe, drop a comment and let me know. Join us every Sunday for a new episode of The Remedy with Dr. Rani Whitfield. Check me out at h2doctor.com, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your audio fix. And remember, you were born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your decisions. Let's make some informed decisions. It's the Hip Hop Doc. They call me H2D. Come on, y'all. Let's get hip hop healthy. Peace and blessings. I am out of here.
The content on The Remedy with Dr. Rani Whitfield is for informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider for personalized medical guidance. Dr. Rani Whitfield is a licensed family physician, but the information provided on this podcast should not replace professional medical consultation.